And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. How much bank does someone need to live comfortably in the city of Houston? That's the question tonight. According to a new study, a minimum of $62,000 a year is necessary to keep your head above water. But what can be done if your dollars don't stretch that far? CPA Lucy Petry joins us for this latest edition of Money is the Motive with some advice. Now, Lucy, I've seen some other segments and some other calculations saying it had to be at least 100 grand, but that's not reality, right?
You know, I think some of those studies might take into consideration all the cities in the U.S. And Houston's a little bit cheaper than, say, New York, for example. Now, they say you need $62,000 to live comfortably.
Right.
I think a lot of people are living uncomfortably in Houston. But yeah, so I think some of those studies are looking at other cities that are more
really
expensive.
quick, before we get to your list, are we talking about individuals at $62,000 a year or families?
It's individuals. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the number, it sounds like a lot. I was shocked when I saw the $62,000 figure, but I could see that.
Okay, so some of your tips for living comfortably.
Our side gig. A lot of people are doing side jobs. Hey, the other day I was in my Uber, and my Uber driver tried to sell me life insurance.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I mean, that's a pretty good idea, right?
But I mean,
the
you
person is
buy
like there. They're not going anywhere. They have to listen to you. So that was pretty cool.
Captive audience.
Yes. So if you have a side gig that you like, especially if it's something that you like, I love dogs, like maybe walking dogs, dog sitting. That could be a, you know, supplement to your income. So that could be helpful.
What's next on your list?
Work from home or use the public transportation to save on gas. So if your employer will let you work from home, that is a good option. And you might even try and negotiate the additional cost of working from home, because you're using your internet, you know, you're using your home. So you can try and negotiate with your employer if they will let you work from home.
And when I think about my gas usage driving to and from work, and I have to drive at least 40 minutes each way, so that's over like $150, or at least $150 a week.
Yeah.
What's next on the list?
Let's see. Cook at home. Look,
I like that.
Oh my God, I am so guilty of ordering food and, you know, and overspending on being out. So it makes a difference to cook at home and not pay the extras that you would pay, you know, by going out or buying food somewhere else. Because now everybody, like, gets a tip now. Did you notice that it changed? Like, everywhere, like,
there's a tip.
Yes,
yeah.
So even if you're, like, picking up food, you're still paying for the tip. So you can tip yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go to the next one.
Business freebies. I love this one. So the first one that came to mind was like at Sephora on your birthday. They will give you like a free gift. And some places will give you like free food, like Crumble will give you free cookies. There's a donut day. Krispy Kreme will give you a free donut. I think we have a list we can put on the website, maybe. So also kids eat for free in certain places. You can save a lot of money on that.
What if you say you don't have kids and you like, I look like a kid? Get out of here, weirdo. Leave now.
Right.
All right, our last tip on the list is thrift store shopping.
Yes, my daughter loves shopping at thrift stores, and you can find some really cool stuff on thrift shops, and you have to do some looking. You can make it a fun outing, you know, go hunting for thrifted items, so that's an option. Yeah,
I love thrift stores. I mean, the crazy stuff you can find there, and if you're lucky enough, you can find an antique that may have some value and sell it again.
Yeah, and we have some cool stores in Houston.
Absolutely. Lucy Petry, thank you for joining us here on The Factor. Always great to see you.